Hello family members, my name is Amara Dago and welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel I'll be talking to you guys about 12 different things I think you should not do when you are trying to file for your family reunification visa, which is called REAGUPACIon in Nigeria, in order for you to relocate to Spain to meet your spouse. So spouse here is either male or female depending on your own status. So guys, if you do not touch this dial, you will get to know these details in full. You need to watch the video to the very end and take down notes, because every point that I'm going to be giving is actually super important and should be adhered to. Stay tuned. You're welcome back, guys. If you're just joining me for the very first time, you're seeing this pretty face for the very first time, please do well to join the family. You're welcome by turning on your bell notification just after you have subscribed to my channel. Please like this video if you like the kind of content that I share. Share this video also to help other people who are in a fix or who need to know these details, and give us a big thumbs up if you know that the content we share is very important, and just keep the conversation going in the comment section, because I love to hear your feedback. I love the feedback I got from the last video. That's why I'm doing more things concerning family reunification visa. So now let's get straight into the point. I will be looking down a bit because I took my time to do research, and based on my experience, I actually did family reunification visa back in 2020. It was a success, but based on a lot of flaws that happened in my own case here and there, because I didn't have videos like this that would actually give me the right information. Some people will tell me what to do and it will be the wrong information. But right now I want to make your life easier. If you are going through this process, or you have somebody who's actually going through this process, share this video to help that person. Number one, you're helping the person save time. Number two, you're helping the person save money. So which is two very important things, time and money. So guys, do well to share this video. Now we're going straight into the point of today. I wrote down 12 different points that I think were very crucial in order to achieve success when you're going for your family reunification visa. I'm talking based on everything that you need to be doing in Nigeria, because there are some things that your spouse will do back in Spain where he is, but I'm talking based on what you need to do as the spouse in Nigeria. So reunification visa, REAGUPACIon, you must go with your court marriage certificate, because your church marriage certificate is not accepted. That's number one. So if you don't have if you didn't do a court wedding, go ahead and have that done with your spouse, and just have that as part of your documents. Super important. Number two, do not allow agents outside the embassy to translate your documents for you. Guys, this one is a no. I know that there are a lot of different people who are trying to hustle, but I'm not trying to spoil their hustle. I have gone through this process, and I'm telling you for a fact that there are so many people who use these agents outside the embassy to translate their documents, and it was rejected. Guys, the money that they're using to translate this document to Spanish is not small money. A guy was actually lamenting inside the embassy the day I came for legalization that he spent 90,000 translating his documents, all the documents, and it was rejected. They told him that they don't understand the language that he translated it to, because that is not Spanish. Some people are out there just looking for how to make quick cash, and they will capitalize on your ignorance and they will take your money, and you won't find them after that day to get a refund. So the best thing I would advise is for you to use your spouse who is already in Spain to get your documents translated. Get it translated. He can scan the copies to you and you print out colored copies, then you do a photocopy. It will be accepted. That's what I did. Do not use outside agents to translate your documents, no matter how fast it may seem. Another thing I would like to mention that you should not do is you need to get your birth certificate for this process. If you don't have a birth certificate, probably it was lost or something happened to it, it's fine. Another thing you can do in order to replace your birth certificate is actually doing an age declaration. And this age declaration, you have to go and do an affidavit. This affidavit has to be done by someone senior to you. So you can use your mom, your father, your elder brother or elder sister. You cannot file an affidavit of age declaration by yourself because you are not there, or you are not you are not old enough to know what is happening around you when you were born. So you need an elder person. You have to go with your passport also, the passport of that individual. So if you're using your mom or your elder sister, make sure you have the passport, and also the person will have to sign in the documents. This affidavit is not the only thing you need. Do you get? So when you're going to the embassy, this affidavit has to go hand in hand with your National Population Commission documents. That is, in fact, in order for you to get your National Population Commission documents from MPC in Surulere, you need to go with the affidavit of age declaration. That's one document they're going to request from you, apart from your international passport. So don't just go for MPC documents without your age declaration, remembering that your age declaration has to be done by an elder, somebody who is senior to you in the family. That's the third one. Guys, normalize photocopying your original documents. Normalize it. And when I tell you to normalize photocopying your original documents, I mean photocopy it away from the embassy. When you get to the embassy, you're already, tensed up, you're anxious, you don't know how that day is going to be. You don't want to run around looking for where to do a photocopy. And in that Kofo Abayomi, there's just one guy who is across the embassy who does photocopy. So he has a monopoly of all the, photocopy that is being done there, and his charge is a little bit on the expensive side. So I would enjoin you to do your photocopy back in your home where you're relaxed, where it's actually cheaper, and you can do your photocopy with a clear head instead of being stressed about it. Normalize doing photocopy. Every document, every original document, you need to have a photocopy of your original documents, all of them. Remembering that the original documents, they're all going to be given back to you, while the photocopy is going to remain at the embassy. So just normalize it. Fifth point, do not be carried away by those agents who are outside who will tell you they're going to conduct an interview and you need to buy past questions paper from them. I almost fell into the trap of this one because I was like, I was, let me say, anxious. I was like, I don't know what kind of questions people will be asking. I've heard a lot about those who did interview in American embassy, whereby they did interview and they failed because they asked them a particular question and they were not able to answer. So this guy came and told me that he can actually get me the past question paper, but I have to pay 7,000 naira for it. And I was like, 7,000 naira? I actually spoke to my husband at that time and he told me I should not buy anything from them, that there's no question they're going to ask me that I don't already know. I know, guys, that as I've almost fell into this trap, some of you will also consider buying this past questions paper from them because they're telling you that every question that they will ask in the embassy, they already have it with them, so you can go through it and get yourself prepared. But I will beg you, do not fall into this trap, because the interview you're going to be given, the interview that is going to be done on that day, is not oral interview. It's not an interview whereby you sit down and the interviewer is inside and is asking you questions. The interview you're actually going to be given is a written interview. So there are list of questions that will be passed across to you. You're going to go to a particular side of the embassy and fill in the details. Although they'll tell you, do not look at your file, do not check for the information, just do it off head. But the questions are actually super easy. There's no question they asked me on that day that I was not able to provide the answer to. So don't be apprehensive. Try and put yourself together, and once you fill in the right details, you are going to get your visa. I promise you. The sixth point, guys, please normalize doing a lot of these things by yourself. Agents are outside there. Once they see that you are a novice, you don't know what you're doing, they will come to you and tell you, can I help you get your medical report? This medical report is actually 5,000, 6,000. I don't know how much it is now, but when I did it then, it was 5,000, 6,000. And I did it at General Hospital Order, which is in Lagos Island there. It's very close to the embassy. So it's actually a very good place to do it because it's close to Lagos Island and where Spanish embassy is located on the island. So instead of you going to do it in a fast distance, so guys, people will come there and tell you, pay 15,000 naira, 20,000 naira, I'll help you do your medical reports. There is no big deal in doing medical reports. Go to General Hospital Order, pay 5,000 naira. They're not going to take your blood, they're not going to disturb you. You sit down for 5 minutes and they'll bring out medical reports and give you. Do not give anybody 20,000, 15, 25,000 to do medical reports for you. Number one, if there's a mistake, you're not going to see the person to get a refund. But if there's a mistake in medical, maybe you did a mistake, they made a mistake, or there's a typographical error, you can actually go back there and tell them demand for a new one, and they're going to give it to you. Do you get? So these are the important things you need to take note when doing this report. I'm trying to tell you these things in order for you to cut costs, because when I did my own, I spent a lot of money doing some documents 2 times, 3 times, things that could have been avoided. So just listen to this video very, very well and take note of everything I'm saying, because they are super important. Please and please do not do your police report early. If you do your police report early, you get to do it again after it has expired. Remembering that a lot of things take time to be processed. In my last video, I mentioned number 8, but I would like to reiterate again. Do not go to the embassy with your ATM card or with your phone thinking you can actually do transfer. They do not accept POS in the embassy in Nigeria, Spanish embassy in Nigeria. Number 2, they do not accept transfers. The only thing they accept in Spanish embassy is cash, is what they accept. So when you're going to pay for either lawyer fee, legalization of documents, certification of documents, or you want to pay for your visa fee, go with the cash that is written down. Go with the cash that has already been mentioned, please and please. I see people in the embassy, they don't know about this. They get to the embassy, their phone is already locked out in the security area, and they are there begging people inside the embassy, please, you have 15,000 naira, I'll give you when I go out. Please, you have 20,000 naira, I'll give you when I go out. Please, can I get change from you? I don't have time to go out to go and withdraw. Guys, in order to avoid all this confusion and disturbing another person, please try to just get your cash. If you need change, do all those things outside the embassy before you come inside, and you have a very smooth process. This is another one that I fell prey to. So I would like to give you an advice. Please do not come late for your appointment. Either you have a legalization appointment, or you have a collection appointment, or you have a submission appointment. Whatever appointment you have, try not to come late. 2 hours is what is given to you as somebody who's coming for an appointment. 2 hours, so you have 8 to 10. The embassy closes for to outsiders by 10 o'clock. So except you're already inside, after 10 o'clock, I beg your pardon, you cannot come into the embassy. So if you get to the embassy around 2 minutes to after 10, they won't allow you to gain access into the embassy, and that can be really frustrating. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about the traffic in Lagos. Yes, that can be messed up. But guys, if you think that this traffic is going to hinder you from getting to the embassy early, try as much as possible to move close to where this embassy is. The embassy is at 21 Kofo Abayomi, Victoria Island, Lagos. Try and move to the island. If you have a friend, a colleague, somebody, or even if it's hotel, try and move close, because this thing I'm telling you is real. Okay, I think we are in our point number 10. Also, when you're ready to do your police report, do it by yourself. Do not allow anybody to do police report for you. And the reason is because a lot of people will do fake police reports, which will be detected inside the embassy and rejected, and you have to do another one. Why do you want to do a document 2 times when you can actually do it once and do it correctly? So if you want to do your police report, go to the police office at Obalende, the one very close to the immigration office. Go and do your police report there. If you need a contact of somebody, a police officer who can actually help you, I have a contact of an officer, and if you email me, I will send you the contact at no cost. I'm just trying to help you to get your documents done, and that's that. I just need you to do things directly so that they will just charge you exorbitant amounts and they will end up giving you fake. So just try as much as possible to do these documents the right way. Stop trying to, get shortcuts or do it quickly and end up doing it 2 times, 3 times. Also, this point I'm about to mention is my 11th point. This is for women. We know as Nigerian women, once we get married, we usually change our names to our husband's name. Sometimes some people want to answer both their father's name and their husband's name. But in any case, if you got married recently to your husband and your documents, maybe your international passport, is still answering your father's name, before you start processing your documents, please do not start processing your documents with your I'll call it old passport, the passport that bears your father's name. Because if eventually you want to be answering your husband's name in Spain, it's going to clash. Because if they start processing the documents with your father's name and eventually you bring a new passport with your new son name, they're going to say they don't know if it's the same person. So try as much as possible before you start the process at all, get an international passport that is actually carrying your husband's name in it. Anyhow you want it. If you want to add your father's name, good and fine. But just sort that out before you start processing your documents for REAGUPACIon. Okay, another point I would like to mention, which is my last and 12th point. Normalize reading the documents and the document they will send to you from the embassy for your appointment. Please normalize going through it. Go through it as if you're studying for, I don't know, an important exam. Go through it, because that is, if you follow it, you understand. Just read it, read and internalize so that you get the points. So you understand what you need in order for you to, go through each process successfully. And also, anytime you're going to the embassy, you have to print a copy of that document, which will be forwarded to your email to go to the embassy, because that is one thing that will be required of you in order to gain access into the Spanish embassy. I think with these 12 points, if you follow them verbatim, you will get to know that I've actually helped you do your process your documents fast, easy, and cost effective. Yes, that's actually what I have done. If there are other points that maybe you're confused about or I have not mentioned in this video, feel free to reach out to me by sending me an email. I'll be dropping my email address in the description box and on this video. And also you can, join me, follow me on my IG, with this IG at Malawi the Bag. Also, let's keep the conversation going in the comment section. I hope I've been able to help one or two people who is finding it difficult, who are actually going through this process and they're already making these mistakes that I have mentioned here. So thank you for joining me on this one, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.